Hi everyone. Welcome to the Reiki Meditation. That's better. I thought it was a bit dark. Welcome to the Reiki Meditation session for today. Please make yourself comfortable. We will start in 2 minutes. We will do a session on the four elements and on the chakras as well today. And so for now, you can make yourself comfortable, you can rest, and already you can start to switch off the thoughts in your mind, relaxing and knowing that you're going to be having this time for yourself, for your well being, and for your relaxation. We will start in a minute. That's it. Just make yourself comfortable. Find a position that is likely to keep you comfortable for 45 minutes today. We're doing a session of 45 minutes. And you can put some water at the side of you as well if you need to sip on it during the session. Okay, we're going to start. So, welcome to this session. Sorry, on the four elements and the chakras. We are going first. I'm going to start by explaining the session as usual. Then we will do our breathing activity. Then the four elements meditation, and we will finish with the chakra alignment session and the love meditation as we normally do. And like I said, today is a 45 minute session and hopefully next time will be 1 hour. But I'll see how I get on with this one. But hopefully it should be okay for 1 hour for next week. Okay, so again, make sure you are comfortable. Remember that this session is for you, for your health and for your well-being. So at all times, make sure you are fully comfortable, comfortable in the way that you are seated or lying down, and comfortable also with anything that it is that we are doing at the time when we are doing it. So look out for signs such as lightheadedness. Good afternoon, Anna. How are you? I hope you're well. Lightheadedness, dizziness, headaches, tension in your body, anxiety, feeling anxious, feeling tensed, feeling sensations in the heart, in the stomach area, of tightness or of shakiness, if that makes sense. Anything like that is a sign of you feeling maybe challenged, or the session and the activity at the time creating healing in you. But sometimes you may need to sit out if you're feeling these sensations, as it can become overwhelming otherwise. So make sure to keep an eye on that. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's just in case. And also, if there is anything you don't feel aligned with, you don't need to be doing the actual session that we are doing at the time, the actual activity we are doing at the time. And if at any time you feel uncomfortable, you can always go back to our breathing exercise that we will start with. And that is the main foundation, one of the main foundation activities of meditation. It should be comfortable enough for you to do. So if at any time you're not comfortable with another activity, you can either just rest it out, or you can actually do the breathing exercise again, focusing on your breath activity. Okay, so this said, we are now going to spend a couple of minutes focusing on an intent for the healing, because of course these sessions are infused with Reiki healing. So this means that as you are following these sessions, you are receiving healing, Reiki healing. And with Reiki healing, it's positive energy that comes into your system that can assist you with every aspect of your being. So that means that it can bring positivity to your health, bring positivity to your mind, and bring positivity to your spiritual path, journey, and to your soul, really. So we are going to be focusing, I'm sending the healing as an intent to provide to provide to you anything it is that you need at this time. But then you can add a special intent to formulate in your mind in a couple of minutes. Also, I'm inviting you to focus on a gratitude. So, thinking of something that you may feel grateful for that happened in a week, something positive that made you feel good, that brought a smile to your face, that warmed your heart up, something that someone else did, something that you did, something that an animal did, something that you felt from the environment, anything, absolutely anything that warmed up your heart, that made you feel happy just for a minute, even. Formulate it in your mind and just to connect with the positive thing that happened in your week, if that makes sense. Bringing some light into the mind, bringing some light into the past week that's gone through as well. Okay, so now for a couple of minutes, I'm going to remain silent. You, if you would like to take a deep breath now and then closing your eyes and then letting my words settle just for a moment. And then when you are ready, you can start to think of gratitude or many gratitudes, however many you want, formulating them in your mind. And then an intent or many intents for the healing. What do you need to bring positivity to in your mind, your body, your spirit, your life, your relationships? Good. Okay. So now we're going to move on to our breathing activity, focusing on our breath rather. So you can keep your eyes shut or you can shut them again if they were open. Taking another deep breath now. And for the next few minutes, we are simply going to focus our whole attention on our breath. The idea with this is to focus on the one thing that connects us to life, and that is quite easy to connect with because we feel it. We can feel it so powerfully. It's inside of us. And allowing us to switch off our mind from every thought that can create stress or tension, and simply achieving a sense of peace and calm in the mind by having far less thoughts happening at any one time. And so for now, I am inviting you to focus your whole mind, every one of your thoughts, onto your breath. Any other thought you can go back to later, but for now, just your breath. Just settling right here, focusing on your breath, focusing on the sensations it brings to you. Feeling the soft air going in on an inhale and leaving your system on an exhale. feeling the sensations it brings when the air passes through your nose, at the back of your throat, into your windpipes, and to your lungs, and then all the way back out, maybe a little warmer than when it came in. Noticing that gentle flow, noticing that soothing flow. Maybe noticing that little by little it is getting slower and slower as you are relaxing deeper and deeper. Maybe noticing your body rocking gently to the rhythm of your breath. And keeping your eyes closed, you can take a deep breath now to finish this activity. We're going to go straight into the four elements meditation. Sometimes, especially when we were doing the affirmation meditations in the past weeks, sometimes we try so hard to change how we feel so that we can feel better. But sometimes it is good to stay where we are, and even though it feels shaky or uncomfortable or vulnerable, sometimes it's important to first process what's happening to us before we move on to getting better. And when I say to you that you may feel some activities not being appropriate for you, this could be one of the reasons also. And so that means if I'm offering an activity of positive affirmations like I did last week, but you feel that it is not possible for you to enter that space, that is one opportunity for you to actually do the activity we just did of focusing on our breath instead. Um, but what I was going to lead to with this is that sometimes it is not about facing what we are going through and bringing positivity to the darkness. Sometimes it is not about staying in the darkness until we are ready to move on. Sometimes we can be in a phase where we need to switch off completely from where we are and shift to something completely different so that our mind can get a break, and then we can go back to our space later with so much more clarity as to what the way forward is. out of the darkness and into the light. Because sometimes we are affected so, um, like the feelings and the weight of what we're going through can feel so raw that there is no space for mental clarity, really, for thinking forward. And so here, the four elements meditation is good because it can help to take somebody away from their darkness to focus on something completely different. Also, the four elements in spirituality are very, very powerful ways, tools rather, that we can use to heal ourselves. And so that can be about turning to a different process to get out of the darkness and into the light, to get out of the pain and the raw feelings into the calm and soft and happy place that we want to be in. Because they each can bring so many aspects to our being that can help to release the stress that we are experiencing at the time. So now I am going to ask you to take a deep breath to start, to close your eyes if they were open, to take just a moment to let my words settle. I am going to guide this meditation in a forest at night. If that feels too unsafe for you, you can always imagine yourself in a clearing or even in your back garden, and it can be daytime if you wish to. Okay? Just remember you can adapt things so that you can feel more comfortable. However, in this meditation, there is no risk and it's fully, fully comfortable to be there in that space. And so when you are ready, you can start to see yourself, to imagine yourself walking on a path at night with just a small light to see your way, and then walking into a forest. And you can start by experiencing through all your senses the space where you are, discovering that place. Maybe you can feel the coolness of the air on your skin, as it is not too cold, it is just comfortable, but it is not as hot as when the sun is out. On your skin, you might feel some damp as well because we are in the forest now. You may smell the smells of the greenery around you. And as you keep walking, you can notice some light shifting in between the trees further ahead. So you keep walking in the direction of that light, still noticing everything around you, like the smell of the soil, the beauty of the darkness, how cozy it feels to be there, how protected it feels, protected by the trees around you, keeping you safe and comfortable. And then you can go past the last trees to enter a space in that forest that is like a little clearing where there is a bonfire. A few people are sitting around it and you go to join them. Somehow it feels just right to be there. You can decide to sit on a chair, bench, or on the floor. on a mat or on the grass. You cannot help yourself but look at the flames on that fire. How beautiful they are, shifting and dancing. Sometimes sparkles fly with a pop. And it feels so nice and cozy to be by that fire. Your heart is filling up with warmth of memories of people gathering together, sharing fun stories, good times by the fire, or memories you may have of reading a book, feeling cozy under a blanket by the fire. And as you're keeping on watching the flames of that fire, one such flame grows bigger and starts detaching itself from the fire and floating above the fire, facing you and inviting you to join it. And so, yes, in the sky, you go and you join that flame. That flame is pure goodness energy, pure cozy energy, pure love energy. It is warm. It will warm up your heart and your mind and your spirit. It will warm up your body. And so, as you are now up in the air, above the fire, feeling so comfortable, dancing with this flame, playing with it, it is as tall as you, as wide as you. You may feel like touching it or putting your hand through it to test it and feel what it feels like. What does it feel like to you? You may hold it and start twirling with it. It lights up your face. It is bringing joy to your heart. It is uplifting you and helping you to let go of every burden, anything that makes you feel heavy or uncomfortable or restricted. It is helping you to let go of it now. Everything that you no longer need or want is dropping off of your system into the fire below you, burning and disappearing, never to come back again. Fire can be deeply purifying and cleansing, and it can help your system now in that way, clearing out all toxic energies, clearing out all toxins from your system, from your body as well, purifying everything in you. Most of all, though, warming you up, your heart, your body, your mind, healing you. As you are floating in the air with this flame, you may even wish to take a piece of it and hold it in your hands. The air is carrying you through, helping you to shift, dance, drift, flow with this flame. The air is inviting you into moving in that beautiful space under the stars with this beautiful energy that is that flame. Effortlessly, the air passing through like a breeze may cool you down to balance with the warmth that the flame brings. The air holding you up above the fire empowers you, releases from you any sense of doubt. The air may whisper in your ear messages you need to hear. And finally, the air brings you back down ever so gently, coming back down to sit by the fire, saying goodbye to the flame, disconnecting from it now, but knowing you can connect with it anytime you want, at any moment of your day. And in the meantime, coming back to sit down on the ground and starting to feel on your skin some wet drops. It is starting to rain. You are going to get wet, but that's okay. It is warm enough, and it is part of the process for today. And so you decide to embrace it, to let go of any block or any restrictions, and to welcome this rain as the cleansing process to end this wonderful experience. Letting the rain pour over you, over everyone, over the forest, over the fire, little by little, putting it off. Hearing the big fat drops of rain dropping on the soil. Starting gently and then taking momentum, raining and pouring more and more. You can lift your head up to the sky even and let that water wash your face, clearing out of you any remaining negative energy, knowing that this water, as it falls, lands on the ground, on the soil, smelling the wet soil, and knowing that that rain goes deep down into the soil, nourishing the earth, nourishing the earth that nourishes the seeds and the plants, the trees, the flowers, the fruits, the vegetables, nourishes everything that connects with us, nourishes the earth, nourishes our planet, and nourishing you. When you are ready, you can stand up and start walking back to where you are, walking on the path for a moment, and then taking a deep breath to finish. Bringing your mind back to the space where you are, and then when you are ready, you can open your eyes again. Hello, Magali. You left a comment. Hi. When you are ready, we are going to move on to the chakra meditation. But first, if you would like, you can take a sip of water, stretch a little. Okay. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this meditation. And now we're going to move on to aligning the chakras. The chakras are points of energy, if you don't know this. They are points of energy on the body. I haven't got my photo ready. I'll show it to you next time. But basically, from the bottom of the spine, from below the bottom of the spine, between our legs, to up along the body and the spine, there are 7 main chakras that are very famous that everybody talks about. We have like thousands of chakras altogether, but we are today going to focus on the 7 main ones. And they go up to just above the head there, which is the crown chakra. I will try at the end of this session if you would like. I can try to find my picture. It shouldn't take too long, but I'll have to check on my phone to see if I can find it. Okay, so also there are comments coming up on the live chat. Sorry, I will reply to them at the end of the session as I normally do. And in the meantime, we're going to start now on the chakra meditation. So if you would like now to take a deep breath to begin and making sure that you are comfortable, and then closing your eyes. And so if you see that from in between your legs all the way up to the top of your head, there are 7 big dots of colors that are like little brains of energy. I am going to ask you now to imagine the earth, the center of the earth as being a big ball of energy, and a beam of energy from the center of the earth coming to you very powerfully, and to that first chakra that is in between your legs, which is called the root chakra. It's at the top, just between the top of your thighs. And it is a red chakra, red color. And so you can see the beam of light. I normally visualize myself as a golden light or white light, but you can see it as any color that makes sense to you, as long as that color feels good, because it's healing energy we are looking at. And so if you could imagine now This beam of light coming from the earth, from the center of the earth, all the way up to you and to your root chakra at the top of your thighs, between your thighs. And as it is a red chakra, you can now also think of anything red that makes you feel good and really capture and connect with the vibration, with the color of those things that you may think of that red, beautiful, pure red. And imagining that that little chakra in between your legs, the red one, the root chakra, imagining that this chakra is like a little pot, and that as the energy is coming from here, little by little, it is filling up the pot with that beautiful healing energy and releasing all the blocks, releasing all the negative energy that may be stored there, and energizing that little brain right there. Helping you to feel a much more powerful identity as human, connecting with your ancestors, connecting with the species. It is a very primal chakra, reassuring the lack of security, the insecurities of fear of survival, starting to help healing the fight or flight mode that most of us are switching on all the time. And then, if you look straight through upwards, you can now see as this energy has finished filling that little pot, a beam of light shooting from your root chakra, continuing from the earth to your root chakra, and now to your sacral chakra, which is just below your navel in the middle of your lower belly. That one is an orange color. And so you can think of anything orange, or you can simply see the beautiful energy flowing from that beam of light and feeling that little pot of energy there. And knowing that the sacral chakra continues the work of the root chakra, continues with the security and feeling stable, including now financially, and looking at the materialistic things in our lives, finding comfort. It also deeply connects to sexual energy and can heal anything to do with the pelvis. Connects with creativity as well. As we are healing this chakra right now, rebalancing it and energizing it, we are opening our mind to much more creative ways of finding solutions to problems, developing also our creative potential for arts. I believe also the zest of life, the joy of life, kind of starts residing here as well. And then as this pot gets filled, you can see the beam of light leaving this chakra and moving up to where your stomach is and where the solar plexus chakra is. Now this chakra is yellow. And so you can think of anything yellow if you wish to. Or you can simply know and see that little pot getting filled with this beautiful healing light. This is the third one of the chakras that is more primal. And for me, it has to do with emotions, with fear, sadness, anger, And as we are filling this pot with energy, we are rebalancing and healing this chakra. We are also rebalancing emotions, clearing out blocks, freeing ourselves from the emotions, and calming them down and soothing them down. Or rather, not freeing ourselves from emotions because there's nothing wrong with emotions, but freeing ourselves from their oppression when they become too strong for us to bear. And so, in this way, developing a stronger sense of peace and calm. Also, empowering ourselves. Our sense of feeling powerful comes from this chakra too. And then, as this pot of energy is getting filled now, we can see the beam of light, this river of light that started all the way from the heart of the earth and that is still flowing through every chakra we have just visited. We can see it coming up in a straight line now to our heart chakra, which is right in the middle of our chest. And now this chakra is green. It is like the gate between the lower chakras and the upper chakras. The lower chakras being more primal, more primitive, more into the grounding and the roots of us and who we truly are. And the upper chakras from the throat upwards are more the spiritual chakras opening upwards this time. And so the heart chakra being in the middle is like that gateway. And now, by healing it, rebalancing it, we are connecting every part of ourselves, physical, mental, and spiritual. And of course, it is the place of love, as we've seen before. Self love, self acceptance. A great sense of peace can come from healing this chakra. As we come into acceptance of who we are and what we want, what we are passionate about, embracing what we feel is so important to us. And then, as we see that this spot is getting filled, we can move up now to the throat chakra, which is the blue chakra in the middle of our neck. Now, this is about speaking our truth. This is about expressing our need in a healthy way. It is about having come to acceptance of who we are and what we need and what we want. Now it is about expressing it out. It also, this chakra, it looks after the throat area, the mouth area. Any problem with these areas can get healed by healing this chakra. And so as you see the stream of light coming up to this chakra and filling this little pot, little by little, you are empowering yourself to speaking your truth and letting people know who you are and what you need and what you want in the most healthy way, in the most balanced way. And then noticing this little pot getting filled to the top, and then watching this beam of light continuing its journey up to the middle of our forehead, where the third eye chakra is. Now, this is a more deeply spiritual chakra. It is about your higher purpose, your higher intent, your path, intuition also. If you want to develop more intuition and a better connection to your intuition, this is the chakra that sees things. It is called the third eye. Deep purple color. It sees things that the other two eyes cannot see. You are opening up to the universe with this chakra and expressing who you are and what you want and what you need. Outwards, not just to people, but to everything around you. And then this beam of light finishing to fill up this little pot, moving up to the crown chakra, which is just above the head. That is of a lilac color. Some people notice it as white as well. It is the chakra that opens the door and connection to anything that is upwards from you, to the universe, the cosmos, to God, to anything that you may have faith into. And so now you can see this beam of light filling this little pot, rebalancing this chakra, reducing and releasing negative energy from it, releasing the blocks from it, allowing for a much better connection upwards, strengthening your faith, allowing you to feel that it is okay to request things for yourself, validating your requests, validating what you want in your life, and turning outwards to open to receiving it. It being anything that you may need or want, and that you may request, and which may come your way. But if this chakra is blocked, you may not notice it. And now watching this beam of light coming from that little pot and going upwards towards the universe and beyond. Your chakras are now aligned. Your whole system should feel much more relaxed now. And at the same time, almost alert. And so when you're ready, you can bring your mind back to where you are. Take a deep breath to finish. Stay there just for a moment with your eyes shut. Please note that I have gone overboard with the time, but I am going to carry on and move on to the love meditation. But if you are restricted in time, then I invite you now to end the meditation. Otherwise, please carry on. And then join your hands together and rubbing them energetically. You can then apply them to your chest, to the middle of your chest where your heart chakra is. And you can reside there for a moment, not focusing on anything, but just knowing that you are energizing your heart chakra, which is your love center, providing to yourself the most powerful form of healing with love energy, and just staying there, relaxing. No need to focus on anything. You can just let all of your thoughts flow, regardless of what they are. And then releasing your hands, taking a deep breath to finish, and very slowly bringing your mind back to the space where you are, starting to shift and move your body one part at a time, stretching if you wish, yawning if you wish. And then when you are ready, and only when you are ready, opening your eyes again. I am quickly, while you come back to, going to try and find that picture I was mentioning before. And I found it, yes. Okay. So this is the line of the chakras. Starting from the root chakra, the red one, to the sacral chakra just below the navel, to the solar plexus chakra where the stomach is, the heart chakra, the green one, in the middle of the chest, the throat chakra in the middle of the throat, in the middle of the neck, in blue. This is too pink for me. I would say it's a deeper purple than this for the third eye chakra in the middle of the forehead. And here, this glowing zone here is actually what they've put as the crown chakra, which would be a dot right there. And so they must have put it as white. Other people see it as a lilac color, a light purple kind of color. So those here are the chakras, just as a reminder. And so those three there at the bottom, they are the more primal ones. They are grounding us downwards to the earth. The gate, the green one in the middle, the heart chakra. And then the other three upwards, the more spiritual ones that open us up to the cosmos and everything that we may be living. There was something I wanted to say about the negative energy and the four elements, and I forgot now. Right, there's two comments from Magali. The first one, she says, oh, it was great, it was very relaxing, and she was talking about the four elements meditation. And then the next comment, she was talking this time about the chakra meditation, saying it did me a lot of good. This work on the chakras, the one on the heart, it was a jade crystal. So Magali, you were looking for the crystal that will make you feel at peace and calm the other day. That could be the one, the jade. That might be what came to you, the answer to your request, really. That's great. And I have a hello from Kay as well. Hi, Kay. I hope you enjoyed the session. I cannot think of what I wanted to say about the negative energy and the elements. But when it comes back, I'll mention it probably in the next session. Hopefully, it will come back at some point. But knowing that the four elements are absolutely amazing for healing and for connecting to. The things I mentioned in the meditation are just a few things that we can do with the elements. But I hope you enjoyed it. And so we've done 54 minutes, no, 52 minutes today. Wow, that's cool. I was meaning to do 45 and I've managed to last that long and I'm okay to go on. So, okay, so next week we will do a full hour session. And again, please don't hesitate to connect with me to let me know how you are getting on, if there's anything you need help with, or if there's any request that you have for any meditation that you'd like me to guide. That's also something you can do. You can connect with me and let me know. Okay. Take care and see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye.